gaming is not the kind of profession they see their children going into, you know? It's more like law and accounting and stuff like that. And so, as I struggled to think through what it is that I wanted to do, I heard somewhere that if you want to understand your purpose in life, what you have to do is sit back, think, what's the one thing you do, and when you look up, 5 hours have passed, and you don't remember how the time flew by. And for me, those were two things. It was watching cartoons and playing video games. So I finally knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to go and study computer science, computer animation. And after playing, I don't know how many of you have played Metal Gear Solid. Okay, not many fans there. But I am a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. And after playing the third one, after the intro scene, I said I wanted to quit everything I'm doing, fly to Japan, call Hideo Master, and work for him for free for the rest of my life. Like that's how impressed I was. But now I was like, this is my path. Unfortunately, back then when I was planning to go to university, there was no university course for animation or game development in my country. And so I couldn't fly out and all that stuff. I did computer science instead. And I thought that dream was going to end. Fortunately, after I finished that, I had the concept whereby I wanted to set up. I said, if I can't make the games, maybe I can help other people play the games. And so I wanted to set up a gaming center where I have PCs and Xbox and PlayStation, and let people come and play. They'll pay me cyber cafe or internet cafe fees, and I'll be rich from gaming. That didn't work out because every business plan we wrote and took to the different financials, they were like, this is a saturated market, this will never work, it's a bad idea. So I have a policy, if you can't beat them, cheat. And so what I did is I started sending out emails to a lot of companies online, painting this wonderful dream that I had, and one company decided to take me seriously, and that was the World Cyber Games. And so they needed me to now organize a LAN party, field contestants, and then go and compete in the grand finals. That was back in 2009. And I'd never done any of that before, but another policy I have is never say no to any opportunity. So I took up the challenge. I went and made and sold my soul to the devil, made deals with different malls and stuff like that. I got machines from out of Kenya and hosted 2 LAN parties in which I fielded the team, and half of us got to go to China to compete. And for me, it was like going to the mecca of gaming. Like you guys who, 600 guys from 60 countries represented coming to compete in different tournaments. I think the craziest one was when they were competing Guitar Hero. I don't know if you guys have ever watched guys play Guitar Hero on expert level where they're not blinking and they just, it's like the most insane thing. And they were they actually carried their plastic guitars in those bag cases. You think they were real guitars until they unzip it and you find it's a plastic guitar, like, wow. So I came back and I started now organizing my own gaming events in conjunction with the Nairobi iHub. And so I did that for a while. I wasn't making any money because you can't really charge people to bring their machines to a venue that you're being given for free, and connecting to the internet that's also free, and then telling them, okay, so make me rich, but everything else, is at someone else's cost. But I wanted to build a community because I felt if I built a community, I could then maximize on that community. And then I was introduced to another lady who runs a company here in South Africa called Afro's Company Limited. They make social impact games. One of the games is called Rubber Rubber. It's a mobile, and basically it's supposed to help with educate young kids about gender-based violence, right? And empower young women and boys to learn about their value, their rights. Like one misconception apparently that's there in South Africa with young men is when a young man asks a lady for sex, and she says no, in his head, young women are always going to say no. There is no time when women should going to say yes. So he's going to take it by force. And this game was now attuned to help correct that misconception amongst other misconceptions. And so she came, she was looking to develop games. She's natively Kenyan, married to a Swazi based in South Africa. So she wanted to make a game now for Kenya because she felt she was being called back home and she was looking for a team. So I was introduced to her as the guy in the gaming scene. And she's like, I'm to make a game, social impact game, and I'm looking for a team to help do that, right? And I'm like, okay, I've never made a game before, but what's my policy? Never say no. Accept every challenge. And so I said, yeah, fine. I was in a room with a guy who's a fantastic illustrator and another guy who's a fantastic programmer, and then me. And I'm like, okay, I'll do the script. And I wrote my first gaming script and we developed this game called Haki. And Haki is Kiswahili for justice or rights. Will you remember that? Haki means? Justice or rights. Okay, thank you. So when you see Kenyans protesting, they're shouting, Haki yetu. They're saying, we want our rights. We want justice. Okay? Repeat after me. Haki yetu. Haki yetu. Yeah, with more side. You know it's late. Not Haki yetu. Haki yetu. Thank you. Now you're waking up. Okay, so we made that game. Now, irony of ironies, we posted that game to a competition and it won an award with the World Summit Youth Awards. And I got to fly to receive that award. And I met Larry King doing that trip. And he's a very interesting young man. If not so young, but he's a very interesting gentleman. And that gave me sight now to do a second game. So we made Haki 2, which was a post-election violence. After the crisis that happened in 2007-2008, we were worried that in the election coming to 2012, we would have another critical riots and stuff like that. So we wanted to make a game that we could use to educate young people on how to make their rights. And so based on the experience I had learned from the game Moraba and then now from Haki, we were able to make the second game Haki 2, Chaguo ni Lako, which means the choice is yours. Then I left that company and I was a bit lost deciding what I wanted to do, and I founded another company with a business partner of mine, and we made these two games that I'm going to demo. We were commissioned by a company called RTI, Research Training Institute. They were funded by DFID and the Ministry of Education back in Kenya, and our current president and deputy made a huge promise, as all politicians do, that they're going to provide every child in class 1 with a laptop or a tablet. Now, it's been 3 years, and obviously the laptops and tablets haven't been gotten to the young children. But we were commissioned to make content for that program, and now it's going to become computer labs for the schools instead. And this is what's going to be there. So I'll start with an ebook. And the ebook we made was basically 5 books that focus on different vowels in the language, right? Kiswahili is very close to English because the alphabet is the same. So it makes it easy to learn both languages, and both languages are national languages in my country. So we use several devices, which I will speak on briefly, and then we can have an interactive session where I can detail more. But don't ask me any technical questions about which programming framework we used for this and that and the other. I have a team that handles the hard part, you know. So I'll just start with A.
It's Sunsano. It's in the corner of the bottom left corner.
There should be a that's it. Okay.
Let's check the sound.
Sorry. That's okay. So it's an interactive book in which when you click on the screen, it'll animate, and then this button is supposed to tell you what vowel you're learning. So the sound is what the letter A makes. And then when you click on each individual word, it's supposed to pronounce now the different single syllables.
Mama.
Okay, and then finally how it'll teach you how to read this sentence.
Mama akaona kima mkuu. Mama akaona kima mkuu.
So basically it's saying, Mom saw a monkey. Right? And it's very obvious on the page that that's what she saw. And so a little bit of what we did is we had to break down each of the words in the individual syllables, so we recorded those separately. And then we recorded the words separately, and then we recorded the sentences separately. Because when you read a word and when you read a whole sentence, it's very different in how it comes out. And we wanted to make sure that distinction is there, despite it being this, rather than what other people would do to take shortcuts, or just trying to program all the words to come out like a sentence. And so as we continue the story, you outline different parts where now the monkey saw the mom. The mom has a watermelon and honey. So the monkey wants to move in with the mom, and Amu, who's her brother, Amu is like, he's not trying to stay with the monkey and the mom. I'm paraphrasing, of course, not direct translation. Of course, he then gets chased out of the house, and mom shares the honey and the watermelon with the monkey.
Ni nani anataka kukaa na mama na Amu?
So this is a comprehension screen in which the children are supposed to show that now what they've understood from reading the book. So the question is, who wants to sit with mom and anyone? The monkey? Okay, not the dog. Okay, so if you get the monkey.
Mama anaona nani?
Who is mom seeing? If you get it wrong.
Mama anaona nini?
Right? And then we have a screen where you're supposed to attach now what the correct syllable to complete the sentence, the word. So this is honey and it's sweet, and sweet is tamu in Kiswahili. So the syllable will be tamu. And then this is amu, but if you were to drag the wrong syllables, it would not stick. So it's and then finally, monkey is called
Kima.
So I hope you've learned some Swahili after this. And you can use it, you go and tell a chick, oh wow, yo Kima, cool. She's like, what? You know that you're talking about a monkey. And then this was just now a feedback form for the kids to tell us their experience of the game, if they liked it, not so much, and all that stuff. So basically, wash, rinse, repeat. The child is supposed to go through these books over and over and over until they're confident to be able to identify the words on the page and read them out themselves. So that's the ebook. And finally, we did Gamer. And we did this within 3 months. So it's what we call suicide projects. Luckily, it's not what we call the unicorn projects, because unicorn projects are the ones you now no longer touch. Those are the ones, if someone sends you out to go and look for a unicorn, you'd say no, because you'll never find one. So I'll pick a name from random, let's say Tom. And the reason there's this login screen is so that multiple children can use the same machine to learn the game. So it will save the progress of all the children who will play the game on the machine. It's nice, huh? Yeah, the album's on iTunes. So give me a new ringtone. No, I'm kidding. And so we broke it into Kiswahili and English, and basically this is to teach you how to pronounce letters, syllables, complex words, and then in English, common words as well. So that you can see, you click. So the sound the letter K makes is in Swahili is yeah. So when someone is pissed off and they that's what it looks like. Yeah. If you get it right, that's what happens. If you get it wrong, so we made sure to add audio cues and visual cues so that the child can know when they're getting it wrong. So you do 7 of these and finally get a word screen. And I can shamelessly say that we stole some of these ideas from Angry Birds, and I'm like, we had only 3 months, I wasn't trying to come up with stuff from scratch. Another one-liner we have in the office is, we stole it from Picasso. It goes, good artist copy, great artist steal. So, you know, and then so when you do the English and you do like complex words, true. So between these two, you know, which one is it? True.
Will. Be. Is.
And so a child has 20 seconds to complete each question. We have a countdown time on the screen to indicate how much time you have left. And if it starts to run out, we also have an audio cue to help you. And that's the end of my demo. I hope you've enjoyed this session.